On one snowy day, a scene of winter from my childhood days flashes across my memory. It is not a dim memory, for I still remember how the snow felt under my footsteps. My mother was carrying my baby sister on her back, so I must have been just a 4-year-old. My mother, with my baby sister strapped on her back, was holding my hand, and we were walking in town of Yonezawa in the evening. We did not stop by anywhere, nor we were out for shopping. We just strolled. As it was such a small downtown area, we were going back and forth. I held my mother's hand tightly, fearing I will be left behind should I let it go. On the side of the road was a mountain of cleared snow and was very difficult to walk. Coldness started to increase as sprinkling of snow hit my cheek and melted. I would usually be fretful, but on that particular day, from looking at her back, I sensed I shouldn't complain. Snow got inside my boots and socks were curled up at the toes. The snow melted in the boots was making sound. Finally, I burst into tears from the cold feet and fatigue of walking. Without being angry, my mother opened the door of a toy shop nearby. It was an upscale shop we rarely went in, compared to the ones we frequented. When we were in the store, my mother carefully wiped the snow inside my boots with a towel. My feet got back the worms as she took my wet socks off and placed her handkerchief on the insole of my boots. In front of my sight was a dazzling pile of toys. The store was flooded with things I was not accustomed to seeing at the usual hangout. I could not keep my eyes away from what I was seeing despite feeling the existence of my unspoken mother in the back. "If you like, you can buy one," said my mother. But I could not feel happy as I usually would have felt. I feared the high prices would make my mother feel sad. At the corner of my eyes, I saw a familiar tin toy. It was the same toy camera that were bought and given to me countless times. Pressing the shutter button opens the lid of the lens portion and a spring-loaded mouse pops out with a squeak. My uncle had a camera with a lens that also popped up by pressing the shutter button. The thought of owning a similar camera made me delighted. I bought it many times, but quickly got broken, maybe because they were cheap. I handed it to my mother and she bought it in silence. As I received the paper-wrapped package, I said to my mother, "Let's go home." I do not remember what happened for the remainder of the day. Every year, when it becomes the season of snow, I recall those hours from the past. I have never asked my mother about that day. Later, as I grew older, I learned that my mother and her mother-in-law did not get along well at the time when my little sister was born.